Hello, I'm Susan Kennedy of Pretty Peaceful, and today we're back here in the San Juan National Forest, and I can just barely see the roof of my house through the woods back there. And today I want to show you a few projects from my book Crochet Southwest Spirit, over 20 Bohemian Patterns Inspired by the American Southwest. And the projects I want to show you today all use wool yarn. Specifically, my most favorite wool yarn, which is from the Navajo Nation here in the American Southwest. And this yarn comes from the Sheep is Life Ranch. And that's Dibé iiná in Navajo. And what I really love about this yarn is it's natural and undyed. These yarn colors are just the colors of the sheep. And the texture is just so beautiful. It is single ply Navajo Churro wool. So it's a little bit different from like the merino sheep you might see. The Navajo Churro wool is so beautiful. It's got a very delicate halo on it. And the colors that are available depend on the sheep colors. So some of the projects use 2 colors, some of them use 3 colors. But I'll drop a link to the Sheep is Life Ranch. They have a website as well as an Etsy shop. And the Sheep is Life Ranch is run by Joe and Carol Benally. And these sheep have been in Joe's family for generations, and they care for the sheep, these Navajo Churro sheep, just in the traditional way, a pastoral lifestyle that's very close to the lands. It's very in tune with the cycles of the seasons and the cycles of the sheep, and you can just feel how peaceful this this yarn is. I get a very peaceful feeling working with this yarn. I think it's because of just the sacred nature of the sheep in Navajo lifestyle. So I encourage you to check it out, and I'll drop a link to where you can find this yarn. And I'll show you a little bit of the roving here that Carol sent me. If you're a spinner, they sometimes have roving available, and it's just so soft, so lightweight and fluffy and almost waterproof. It's like an heirloom to last generations and generations. Beautiful yarn. So these patterns all come from my book, Crochet Southwest Spirit. You can find this on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, bookshop.org, supporting your local bookshop, or you can check out your local library and see if they have a copy. And yeah, walmart.com, a couple other sources. So the first one I want to show you comes from the color work section. That's like kind of the 3rd chapter here. And it's called the Land of Enchantment blanket. There's a blanket and 2 pillows. And this blanket, there's my friend Donna Lightning Feather holding that beautiful blanket. This blanket is inspired by New Mexico. It's a very kind of simple and minimalistic pattern for me because, you know, I love color and I love to go wild sometimes. But it's inspired by a drive I took through New Mexico, and I saw a beautiful adobe fence. It's a little wrinkly because it's been in storage. That had this kind of stair-step pattern. And next to those giant vigas, or the beams that come out in New Mexico architecture, it's just kind of classic New Mexico, I feel like. And I'm right here on the border in southwest Colorado with New Mexico, so we go there quite a bit. So here's the blanket, the Land of Enchantment blanket. It's all double crochet stitches in US terms, and kind of a simple repeat here of going up the stairs and then down the stairs. and just 2 colors of wool yarn. And here is one of the pillows. This one is a big one. I double stuffed it with a really big 24-inch pillow form. So this is the Land of Enchantment pillow, very thick. So I usually use it as a floor cushion, but you don't have to double stuff yours. You can make it just a regular pillow. I just wanted to go really big with this one. And if you work just half of the square, then you can make a lumbar pillow. This is in the book as the felted lumbar pillow variation. So you make just half the square and stop, and then you felt it in the washing machine. So I washed it in my washing machine in hot water, no soap or anything, and put it on kind of like a heavy duty agitation. And then I put it in the dryer on hot, let it go through a dry cycle. And then I put it back in the washing machine on hot again, and then dried it again. And then I made this pillow, and it felt just really beautifully. And I have since made 2 more felted pillows, and I sent them to Joe and Carol as a thank you for some yarn. And I use this every day. I've been using it every day for at least 2 years. I put it behind my back when I crochet, kind of my favorite little spot to crochet and look out the window when I'm inside. So this has been one of my favorite and most used patterns that I made from the book. Of all the things I made from the book, I love this little lumbar pillow. So this is the Land of Enchantment pillow. And next I'll show you one from the textured stitches section, and that is the Bears Ears Fringe pillow. Let me see if I can find it. Where is that one? Further back. And this one is inspired by Bears Ears, this area of Utah, and it's just super fun fringe. It's very touchable, and the fringe is in the shape of bear's ears, which are two buttes. You can see one picture of them in the book here. They're in Colorado, southeast Utah, not too far from Canyonlands National Park and Arches National Park. And it's just such a beautiful place. It's been sacred for so many thousands of years. It's hard to even fathom. So you can find the chart for putting the fringe and some fringe directions in here. But this fringe is great for anyone that loves wool. You just need a little texture in your living room. Make this little pillow, and it's really pretty easy. You make a rectangle like this for the front and the back. So it's single crochet with some rows of single crochet in the back loop. And then you attach the fringe through the front loop that's left, since you just crocheted through the back loop. So that's fun and very beginner friendly to do, and just fun and funky, and I just love it. And I love Bears Ears. It's one of my favorite places to camp when we go to Utah. So there's that one. Next I'll show you the Plata pillow that I made, also with Dibé iiná yarn, and it's got bobble stitches and kind of this fun diamond pattern, and there's a rug that goes with it, and then 2 sizes of pillows in the book here. You can see that pillow next to the other one, and then the rug down here. And I love all of them, but this one is really fun if you just want to try out the pattern. It's just the very center of the rug to do this little diamond shape. So kind of really simple, modern, just one color. You make 2, they're the same back and front. And the texture with the Sheep's Life Ranch yarn is just, I love it. It's great. Beautiful little pillow and a quick project. You know, you could have this done in just a couple of days. And the last blanket I want to show you here is the Valley of Dreams blanket. And this one was, I think, the first project I made with the Sheep's Life wool. And this is really when I fell in love with it. The stitch definition is really great. The bobbles just pop. And even though they're like, you know, fairly big filet crochet holes here, it's still very warm, but it's also just so breathable. So if you have someone in your life that gets really hot under blankets, make it in wool and make this one so it's really breathable. So this is the Valley of Dreams blanket, and this is inspired by an area of New Mexico locals refer to as the Beastie Badlands. It's the Beastie Denazin Wilderness, and there's a rock formation called the Alien Throne, and that's it right there, in an area called the Valley of Dreams. And it is just surreal and magical and really amazing. So the shape of this rock formation is kind of what inspired the zigzag shape of the Valley of Dreams blanket here. And this is kind of a small throne. If you want to make a bigger blanket, I made a double Valley of Dreams blanket. And you can only find that pattern in my Facebook group, Pretty Peaceful People. So if you haven't joined already, go join the group. We'd love to have you. And you click on the group name and then click Files. And you can find the double Valley of Dreams crochet pattern PDF in the files. So that's all the projects I have. You can go on Amazon and find my book, Crochet Southwest Spirit, to find these patterns. And go to dibé.com to find this lovely Indigenous-made wool, which I highly encourage you to support, so that Joe's grandchildren can continue carrying on this tradition of raising Navajo Churro sheep and making beautiful yarn from it for us to crochet with. Thanks for watching. Bye.